and smoky room with your face reflecting bright green, brights and blues. You know I kinda want to disappear with you, but don't think that is what I would usually do. You know it's just like I felt the heat the moment he pressed his lips up against mine.
Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. Today, if you couldn't tell from like the title of the video, I guess, we are doing an entire makeup look using Only Milani Cosmetics. This is the look that I created. I'm really enjoying these videos where it's just like all of one brand, you know what I mean? Especially if it's drugstore, it just makes it that much better that I'm able to create a pretty nice, satisfying makeup look without like breaking the bank. But this is the look that I created. If you guys are new here, welcome to my channel. My name is Alicia, and I would love for you guys to subscribe below and be a part of this with me. Yeah, without further ado, let's get into it. Okay, let's get this going. All right, so I hope the lighting's good because I'm actually filming like right in the middle of the afternoon, and I usually like don't do that. I usually do it like first thing in the morning. How do you guys like my new background? I kind of like it. I wanted something a little bit more sophisticated. I feel like I'm growing out of like the gold, pink, glitzy, glam type of like situation. So I'm really into like plants right now. I have a couple plants like in front of that big window, bay window that I have. Do some landscaping this weekend. But yeah, I really like the like earth materials, like the wood and the flowers. You know, they're fake because I will kill them. But you get what I'm saying. I'm gonna start off and I'm going to prime my eyes with the Milani Conceal and Perfect Longwear Concealer. I'm gonna try to use the small mirror and just keep it out of like frame so it doesn't focus on this as opposed to like me. Just gonna go ahead and blend this out. So for eyeshadow, I'm gonna go in, and I've never used this before. I took it out of the packaging for you guys just because like I don't want to sit here and have to open up like everything. I just feel like that takes me a couple, you know, takes me a little bit of time to like open up packages. So I just opened everything up, but this is new. I have not used this before. This is the Milani Most Loved Mattes eyeshadow palette. So of course it's all matte shades. Very pretty. But I'm going to take this shade right here, which is Fancy Vanilla, and I'm just going to use that just to set the concealer. So I'm going to go in next with the shade Toast of the Town, which is this one right here for my transition shade. Okay, that's pigmented. Okay, we need to blend that out. Grab that back of my hands. Whew, that was pigmented. Gosh. I wanted to give this a go because I heard that it's a dupe for the, and I have them right here, they're just smaller, like mini size, for the Stila liquid eyeshadows. If you guys use these. So I'm curious to see if this kind of like applies like that and could be a good dupe for that, because that would be awesome, because I do like those, like just to top over eyeshadow for like a little pop of color, you know. So next I'm going in with this shade right here, which is Umber the Sun. Is it Umber? Yeah, Umber the Sun, which is the corner shade at the bottom there. Now these are pigmented, so just be careful. Yeah, so I'm gonna go ahead and use this shade. This is You're a Peach. So I'm gonna plop this all over the lid just to brighten that up. A little bit high. Not doing like a cut crease or anything. I just want it to kind of all blend in together. I think I want to try this. So this is that eye topper from Milani. Okay, so it's a Dofa applicator. Oh yes. Can you guys see that? That's pretty. I don't want it like too concentrated. That's pretty. And I'll probably go in the inner corner and deepen that up. That's not bad though. I will tell you, just from putting it like on my hand, it definitely dries down. So just be aware of that. You kind of got to work pretty quickly, which is why I suggest going in with small amounts as opposed to like using it with the dofa, because it may dry on you as you're working it in. Okay, now what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna deepen up the corner and the outer third of the eye just to kind of blend it all together. I'm gonna take that shade we used earlier, Umber the Sun, which is this one over here, and I'm going to put this on the inner and outer corner. Just like a little bit. I'm gonna bring it gradually into that glitter. See how it just blended it a little bit more and kind of, you know, that way it's not look like the glitter's not just like laying on your eye. See the difference there? What that did as far as like making it just kind of flow a little bit better and just blend. So I'm going to prepare my lashes for falsies. Now obviously I don't have Milani lashes because I don't think that they make them. Maybe they will. I feel like they should. Like I feel like they would make some bomb lashes, but I'm gonna stick with Drugstore just because I want this to be an affordable look. So I am gonna go, and you guys know I'm a big Ardell fan, but these are the Wispies, the 700s. So I'm going to prepare those, and I just don't have a Milani mascara. I'm just gonna go in with my voluminous L'Oreal Original mascara. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna do that and do my lashes, and I will be right back. Okay guys, so my lashes are on. So I have these foundations. They're from, of course, Milani. These are the Conceal and Perfect, just like the concealer we use. It's the 2-in-1. It's a foundation and a concealer. I have Creamy Vanilla and I have Medium Beige. Let's just go in with Medium Beige. So I'm gonna take a little bit on my brush and okay, it's not bad. I'm going to use my mirror for this, and the thing is, you want to make sure you really moisturize, because I believe, if I remember, like the one time I used this, it's really, yeah, it's definitely thick, so you need to work quickly before it like sets. The shade, see, these are just so yellow, these shades, so I'm going to just, hopefully we could fix it with powder, but this is the shade Medium Beige. And I don't know why all their shades are just so yellow based. I can't stand that. Let me try going in with a sponge. I'm going to go with my Real Technique sponge. And I don't know. Maybe it'll go better with a sponge. Now one thing I will say, even though this looks like it's not a shade match, which that's okay. We'll try and work with it. I definitely got like really good coverage with it though. So you guys know around my nose, you know what, I was like editing my last video and I always say you guys know, but like, do you really? Do you really know that like foundation cakes up around my nose? I don't know. I feel like I always say that and I'm like, Alicia, they may not know. Like you may be new to the channel and they may not know, so I have to like stop saying that. But right like in between my brows here, and right in here, because I have a pretty pronounced Italian nose, you know, I have to get in there and like, you know, buff everything out. Okay, so let's go ahead and conceal the under eyes. I'm going to go in with that same concealer that we use to prime our eyes, and that is the Milani Conceal and Perfect. And also, I don't know if these are new, but like I never knew they had this, but it's a translucent powder. This is a shade light to medium. They had a couple different tones. I think they even had a lavender one for like brightening effect. So I'm excited to give this a go. If you turn this thing, it's like a spice bottle where you can like turn this and control like how much you pour out. I really thought that was cool. I've never seen anything. I'm sure other brands have it. It's just something that I don't have in my collection. So I'm excited about that. So I'm going to take some of it and just pour some in the lid here. That way, once I bounce out the concealer, I can hurry up and go in with powder just to set it. Okay, so I'm not going to use that much. Now this is super creamy. So I'm going to take again that Real Techniques sponge, which you guys, if you're not familiar, you can get these at the drugstore too. I'm a big fan of these. I have like a couple of them. And I like my e.l.f. one too. It just kind of depends like which one I grab. But I'm going to use this one and we're going to bounce this out and then we're going to set it in with that translucent powder. You know, kind of blend in with everything. I always bring it like on the sides of my nose. I don't do any like crazy nose contour. But I just always just like bring it in. Yeah, that's definitely bright. I'm gonna bring it just down like the center of my nose there. Blends pretty well with like the foundation. You know how sometimes you can kind of like tell like where the foundation stops? So that's honestly not that bad. So I'm gonna set this, we look crazy now, I know, but we'll fix it all. So I'm gonna take that translucent powder on my sponge, and I'm excited. I hope this is like a nice powder. I'm gonna have to get in here real quick. The concealer. See how that kind of muted it a little bit more, and it's not so like boingy, like bright. I like that. That powder's nice. Okay, on my sponge. Oh yeah, you guys, I'm liking this powder. Okay, that definitely helped to mute it down. It's still very bright, but like I said, this concealer is a little bit light for me, so I'm not used to like this bright of an under eye. So just to balance everything out, I'm gonna highlight my chin and the forehead here. Again, just taking some powder and setting that all in. So now what I'm going to do, I'm going to finish up the lower lash line and wipe away some of this extra bake. I'm going in with that same palette, and we're going to start with this shade that we used, which is the Toast of the Town, which is like that transition shade. And I'm going to drag that on the lower lash line. Remember, these are super powdery, so when you're working on this lower lash line, make sure you're tapping off the excess. That's so pretty. I mean, in person they look even. Then when I go to edit, I'm like, what the hell? Like, they're so uneven. I'm going in with this shade right here, which we also use. This is the Umber Under the Sun. I'm just going to take that on a flat shader brush here. This one's from e.l.f., so it's an eyeliner brush, so this is pretty inexpensive. And I'm going to push this, because I don't know if I'm going to do anything in the waterline yet. So I'm going to do this. Ow! Ooh, I hit my funny bone! That's beautiful. Okay, I think I'm going to use an inner... I don't do this often just because my eyes are so sensitive. I feel like at the end of the day, my eyes are like bloodshot. But I really feel like it would look really nice with this look. So I'm going to line my waterline, and this is from Milani. I keep saying that, like, we know this is a Milani video. But this is new. This is the Milani Supreme Cool Casual eyeliner crayon, and this is in the shade Blackest Black. Guys, so this is what it looks like. It's a retractable. It definitely glides on super easily if you guys can't see it. Now what I'm going to do, I'm just going to, since we're done with the shadow, just lightly wipe away any fallout and extra translucent powder that we may have. Now, for brows, I'm not sure what I'm going to do here because I do have a brow product from them that I have used in the past, just not on camera. And I remember I wasn't a huge fan because it's so creamy. I mean, it's a good thing. And I feel like if you use pomades, then you would like this. But because I'm more of like a powder or pencil type of gal, I feel like I have no control. This is why I don't use pomades, because I just feel like I have no control because if they slide too much. I like products that you have like that have a little bit of grip on them. You know what I mean? So this is what I have. It's the Milani Stay Put Brow Sculpting Mechanical Pencil. This is in the shade Dark Brown. It has a spoolie at the end here. And it is one of those slanted eye pencils. But literally, I'm not even going to press and like look. It's just like, look at this. It's a really good thing, but like I feel like if you're like me and you're not used to things sliding so easily when you're doing your brows, I just feel like I just don't have a lot of control on it. I'm just gonna use it to extend the brow, like from here out. And then what I'm gonna do is just use the brown powder in here, which is Chocolate is Life. I'm gonna use that towards the front because I know if I go in with this, I know what's gonna happen. It's gonna look crazy and I know this. And because these shadows are pretty pigmented, I feel like this is gonna work a lot better. You know what I mean? Because I know this will just allow me to have more softer brows. And just flick it up to mimic brow hairs. Okay, so this is what we have so far. So I'm gonna go ahead with the Milani, the Stay Put Brow Sculpting Mechanical Pencil, and we're gonna give ourselves a little bit of tail to elongate the brow. Now, keep your fingers crossed I don't get crazy because I know how this is. I'm barely touching and look at that. Like this, I feel like I have to just work with it a little bit more to like really get the hang of it. But for now, whew, it is just not happening, you guys. So I literally just like draw the end of my brow and just fill it in. I literally had to hold my breath on that. I really thought I was gonna get out of control with that, but I'm happy with it. So I'm gonna move on, and what I'm gonna do, let me feel, okay, so this foundation does feel tacky. I'm going to go back in with that translucent powder that we used, and I'm just gonna kind of like set where I'm gonna bronze and put the blush. To bronze, using a new bronzer, this is the Silky Matte Bronzing Powder. This is in this shade number 1, which was the lightest, and it is called Sunlight. So this is what it looks like. And the reason I went with this one, I know it's light, but honestly, the middle shade and the darker shade, they definitely had more of like an orange undertone. I like this brush just because like it fits like right in there. You know what I mean? Okay, so it's very subtle, and honestly, I kind of enjoy that just because I can kind of go in a little heavy and it won't look super, super crazy. Okay, I'm liking this. Let's do the other side. This definitely has a nice undertone. Into the hairline, just bronzing the skin. Now for blush, I love, love, love their baked blushes. I literally probably have every shade. Like, look at this. So these are not new to me. I've used these quite often. This one's such a pretty one for summer. I'll probably use that soon in a tutorial. But I love these baked blushes, especially like when I have dry skin, like in the winter months. I use these consistently just because they give like a nice sheen and like a nice glow. So I think what I'm gonna do, I think I'm gonna go in with Coralina, which is this shade right here. See how pretty they are? Because you guys will see. Like, see, now I'm not gonna get enough because I'm too scared. I start like in the amples and just kind of blend it up. See how pretty? I could literally use these all the time and not ever try like a new blush. You know what I mean? Like, they're just that good. Oh God, I just love these so much. So now I'm gonna go ahead and set everything since I'm done with like all of my powders. I have these two here. I have the Make It Dewy and then I have the Make It Last. I think I'm gonna go in with Make It Last. Move my hair. Love using my fan just because like I see everybody else using it. So I wanted to be part of that. Can you guys tell I love leopard? I've loved leopard even like back in like what, like high school days, like college years when I was in college and high school. I'm so glad it's like making a comeback. It just makes me so happy to see all this leopard stuff everywhere. You know what I mean? I have used this before on my channel. This is also from Milani, and this is their Milani Stellar Lights highlighter palette in the shade 3, which is Rose Glow. I think I'm going to use a mixture of these two. See that? But you got to be like super careful because it definitely is a lot. And then I'll just take like the side that I use my foundation on and pretty much just like blend that into it. And you guys know I always like to go bloop, like right in between my brows there and go right underneath this brow bone. Just like right there, just to add a little oomph. I'm now going to go in and do my lower lash line. Now that I set everything into place and everything is dry, I'm going in with the Mega Length from Wet n Wild, which is like under $2 or $3. Just because I don't have a Milani mascara, so it just is so good. You know what I mean? Like, I just love this, and I've used it for so long. So for the lips, I love Milani lip products, and I just like grabbed a bunch just so you guys can see and believe me. If you've watched like my videos, you guys know I always use these, but if you're new, I wanted to show you, I love their lip liners. These are their Color Statement True Instant Color Lip Pencils. These are the kind that you sharpen, hence that's like why it's super small here. Like seriously, if you just want like an affordable lip liner, grab these. They're so inexpensive. This is in the shade True Red, which is number 2. And I literally can't talk because this is red, and if I mess up, it's a done deal. Like trying to wipe away red lip liner or lipstick is like a nightmare, so I'm not going to talk. Matte Passion, and let's see what this looks like because I've never used this one before. Oh yeah. Was that pretty? Oh, you guys, I'm so glad we went with red. So you guys, this concludes today's video. I really hope you guys enjoyed it, and I really hope you enjoy the fact that this is like all affordable drugstore Milani makeup, except for like what, those 2 products. But honestly, it's just so satisfying knowing that you can create a pretty decent makeup look without like breaking the bank, and that's what I really appreciate about makeup, is that you don't always need the high-end stuff to look, you know, pretty nice. So really, I hope you guys enjoyed it. Be sure to give it a thumbs up if you did, and let me know if you guys like these types of videos, these full face of like one brand makeup tutorials, or just like drugstore products or like drugstore looks in general. If you're new here, welcome to my channel. My name is Alicia, and I would love for you guys to subscribe and be a part of this with me. And yeah, I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.